this class, I'm going to talk about acrylic color, first, what we needed to know about acrylic color. Basic acrylic color, I think when I painted actually when I do oil painting, but the problem with acrylic color is different than oil painting is it dry very fast. So if you want, it's hard to make things smooth, connect smoothly, because it dried and then you put, not like oil paint, they don't dry that fast. So if you want to merge like two color together, it's easy. Like when they're not dry, you put another color on, you're going to kind of like see them merge together like that. Oil paint is easier because the transitions, oil painting is easier because it dries very slow, so you can always go back to do that. But with acrylic, it dries very fast. I will show you. So when they dried, you can't merge it that smoothly. So if you wanted to make a transition smoothly, you have to be quick. Can't be dried, then they won't merge together because one part is already dry, right? Let's see if this dried. I can't wait a little bit. Okay, another thing is, I see it's a small thing but very important. You don't want the color be too diluted like this, okay? Because this is too acrylic is very transparent, so it won't cover the canvas that much if you have too much water in there. So I always like dry it. Also, when you put this in like this, let's see, like this. See, if you only dry the tip, this still have water. They're going to drain down here, so they're going to still have water in there. So when I dried it, I start dry from the top, then to here, like all the way. That's how I do it. So that's a tip you have to remember. So see, if I wanted to now kind of dry, if I wanted to merge some color in there, I still can do it. So it's not that dry, but still like if it dry, they're going to have that edge. So that's why if you want an edge, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But if you want to do something like doesn't have the edge, you have to be careful about that. So we're going to use that white. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about a little bit about, like how to dry a brush, how to merge. Then going to talk a little bit about color. Even this yellow, see this 3 yellow, they are different tones, right? There are cold tone and medium and warm. See 3 yellows, different tones. And red is the same thing, see? It's different red. And this more yellowish red, this more bluish red, right? You can tell. And same as the green, that's all I get all the color, and one cold and one warm, right? So I can play with this mixing colors. And this blue is cold blue, ultramarine blue. Cobalt blue is a little bit green, but it's not that green. There's another blue, it's very green. I can't find it. But that's, basic, that's all the color we need. Those are very saturated color, right? like some colors are very hard to mix, like the yellow. Lemon yellow is very hard to mix, that pure kind of yellow. And also a very important thing I forgot to tell you, acrylic is very transparent. So sometimes like if you did a blue, you want the yellow to cover, they're not going to do it. See? See that? They're not going to do it. It's very transparent. And yellow is very, very transparent too, in any color actually. So what I do is I either add white in the yellow. So white is very opaque. So now I can cover it. See, right? But you think, still, see, even have white is still transparent. But you think, okay, I just want that yellow on there. So what I do is I totally like cover it with white. If you want to just fix one part like totally, I just covered with white. So it's going to dry fast. And if you cover with white, means you paint on top of the canvas or paper again, right? You don't need to worry about the painting on the bottom. They're totally going to do that. So when it's dry, I'm going to put yellow on there. So now I'm going to talk about mixing color. That's the most important thing we're going to learn. I got lots of those colors from the store, and so you can tell they kind of, they are same kind of bluish green color, but you can tell how transition from the green to blue, right? A little bit from green, a little bit more. This more warm color because this is more yellow, this is more blue, right? Purple blue is cold tone and yellow is warm tone. So when those colors I picked, I'm not very sure about this. This is pretty like saturated color. So if the color is not saturated, it's more like dullish color, more earth tone, is every color you can mix it. Because when the color is pure, and this is a pure color, right? It's yellow. And you want the yellow be a little bit dull. You added, see that's yellow, it's very yellow. You want the yellow be very little bit dull, not that saturated. You add a little bit blue and red because I don't have purple. You're supposed to add purple, but you can do the blue and red, mix a purple. So now our yellow is not that bright. Maybe need some white because that's kind of too dark, right? Not the same value. Red. See, that's a little bit grayish color. See? See, you mix color together, they're going to go turn to like a little bit earth tone. See how bright this, and that's less, right? Grayish yellow. So so when you want a red to turn to a little, see the red, you say, oh, I don't want that bright. What do? You go to green. you add some green in the red, then your red is not going to be that bright, right? Then you think, oh, my red is no too dark. I can add some white in there. See, that's not a bright right? So that's how you mixing color. First of the tone, you know, if it's a cold red or warm red, and let's just make some color. Let's see how we do this, right? Let's just pick this one. I guess it's in the top. So I have this color, but I don't have in here. So first of all, I think, okay, that's a green. So I'm going to manipulate it green. So I probably need some white, you know, because that color is not very dark, right? Then I felt like this is too yellow, so I'm going to add too yellow than that. I'm going to add a little bit blue in there. So how much like color you put it in is very important. Okay, so more green, maybe a little bit more green, blue, I'm sorry, blue, and more blue. No, I felt like close, but still too green. So I'm going to get ultramarine blue, which is on the cooler side. Then when I make too much ultramarine blue, it gets too dark. See, they get too dark. That's light. Then I go back to add some white. Still need more blue, I think. Getting closer and closer, right? But this is too dark. See, now I'm gonna get back to my white. See, getting closer, right? Oh, good. Maybe need a little bit more white. Still a little green. More too green. Oh God, let's try this. Felt like I made too much blue in there, but let's see. See, it take a long time to make color, right? That's closer, I think. Yeah, that's the closest color I can. Like, you can make even closer, I guess. Maybe make little tiny bit of white. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty close, right? See, that's how you manipulate color. You really have to like try and try and try. And when I'm mixing color on here, I put on the canvas, I put a little bit. Okay, don't just like then you put a little bit, you think, oh, that's not the color I want. Then you mixing again, then try. So until you mix the color you like, then you know, you can just put a lot on. So I don't put a lot on because you really don't know before you put it on. I mean, like purple is the hardest thing to make, so I'm not going to make purple. And to make some other colors like this. Okay, this is a color easy to make. Purple is a hard color to make. Sometimes you really have to have the right purple to mixing it. So this color is green before. So this is a color, and start is a gray, right? So not gray, brown. So I'm going to start with this 2. You know, that's too dark. I'm going to make this on there. Still too dark. It's 2 colors. Oh, actually, this already pretty close, right? But I think I need a little bit darker and see, too light, right? A little bit darker and warmer. So I will add more this. And still put too much white. And see, that's very close. You can't really see anymore, right? So that's the color. See, that's the color. Those are too light. So you have to mixing not only the color but the value, right? The right value. Like not too dark and too light. So yeah, see, that's how you make color. Let's do one more thing. Make some sort of lots of purple. Okay, this is like kind of purple tone of gray. Let's just make this. Try to make this. It does have some purple in there. So purple, I'm going to use this darker red, like bluish red. That's warmish red, right? With ultramarine blue, kind of make a base like purple color first because we don't have purple in here. We start with this. It's too dark. That's too purple. I need to tone down and make it more gray. So let's see. Show you this. Okay, here we go. So when I show you this, I'm going to show you how to tone down the purple more. See, this too purple, right? It doesn't, so how to tone down this too pure? I want it more gray. So let's see, purple against it is orange. So I get some red, some yellow, make it orange. And tone down the purple tone. See how that works. I felt like this is more red than blue. I probably need more blue. Then white. Think of this a little bit closer now. See? Still too dark. Not too dark? I see. Yeah, but still need a little bit dull. So I'm going to add yellow oak. See, blue is the toned down blue is all the yellow color. So yellow oak. A little bit here. Let's try. Yeah, that's pretty close, right? Close to that color. I need a darker actually. Get too light. I'll make it more brown there. That's pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah, purple is a hard color to make. Yeah, that's pretty close. I can add a little bit more yellow and more this. even more grayer. You see that? It's almost like a little bit green right there. Yeah, it's too green. So I'm going to make back more purple. See, it's very fine to mix in color. So this class, I just let you guys to mix in colors. Pretty close. Then there's a other bright color I picked. So here, so the colors. Maybe get a skin tone. So let's see, like we want to make that color, right? That's okay. Obviously, it's a little pink, so I'm going to use lots of white with red. It's too much. This red, maybe. Too much red. I need a lot of white. Felt like I used too much of that red, so I'm going back to lots of yellow. See, right? It's pretty close. A little bit darker. So I just put more white in there. Yeah, that's very close. See? Still a little bit. I think I should not use that red. Maybe more this red. Because it's kind of like a peach color. Yellow. But I'm going to, this is very interesting. Still too bright, right? But I'm going to add a little bit green in there to tone it down. Still need a warm color. Feels still like the color too cold. Yeah. No, the value is not right. It's too dark. Okay, let's try a tiny bit of green in here. Because the red is against this green, so you put a little green in there, going to tone down the saturation, make it a little bit dull. I'm going to add some of this yellow. Let's see. Felt like I'm not, yeah, that's much more closer than that. So it was like too pinkish. This has some yellow in there. See, pretty close, right? That's how you mix color. Just lots of experience and practice. So yeah, take your time. This class is mixing color.